What's going on, everybody? Trey's3GTR here, and welcome to another War Thunder video. Now, we're doing something a little bit different this time. This is obviously a War Thunder replay. Don't worry, it's still me. I'm going to talk about a couple of things real quick, because when the action starts, it's going to keep going almost until the end of the match consistently. Now, one thing I want to talk about, there is a bit of a replay bug. Actually, there's a couple. Obviously, there's no marker here for my name or for how many kills or assists or deaths or anything like that that I got. So I'm going to have to make sure I do a very good job of keeping tally of how many kills I get. Also, there's going to be a couple of points where I have to pull up another player from the list and select them so that way I can recenter the camera as the player's point of view. That way you guys are watching it from my perspective, well, as close to watching from my perspective as possible. Gaijin still hasn't found a way to improve the quality of watching replays from players' perspectives. You know, I'll give World of Tanks, I'll give Wargaming this. They know how to do replays to where you can see properly from that person's point of view, even with their own replay bugs. And a couple of times, and what's going to end up happening is when I switch to another player, it's going to pull up a random player's name here, and also you might hear gun sounds and other vehicle sounds that aren't matched with my vehicle. And I do apologize for that. Unfortunately, it's just something we're going to have to deal with. There's no fix for it. So, that all aside, let's get right into it. So, we're on Port Novorossiysk. I really do not know how to pronounce the name of this map. It's Russian, so one of the languages that I really struggle to pronounce anything in. Speaking of Russian, or at least Russian in some fashion, this is the Finnish T-34, part of the Swedish tech tree. Obviously, it's in the Swedish tech tree, but it's part of the Finnish tank line. Those of you unaware, Sweden has a tank line that is not actually Swedish tanks. It's tanks that the Finnish used. So, what do we know about this? Well, we know that it's your early T-34 variant, your relatively early T-34 variant. This one has a 76mm main armament with a coaxial machine gun mounted in the turret. Now, the 76mm machine gun is god-awful. The Russian one is, at least. I despise this thing with a passion. Before we continue any more about that, I'm definitely looking for this T-34 right here. And you can tell there's a bit of an aiming bug with the replay. Trust me, it's just the replay being buggy. It doesn't look like stuff. He should be burning right now. I have no idea why he's not burning, because in the replay he was burning. Because I set him on fire. So there we go. That's one kill. This guy, no idea what he's doing, by the way. He almost angled just in time for that, but yeah. Also, that M4A3105 has saw my muzzle flash from behind the building and knew I was here. Thankfully, it looks like the quality has gone down, which is a bit odd. But he gets killed by another teammate. A very nice snapshot on another M4A3105. We're going to try to snapshot the T-26, but the gun just doesn't go up fast enough. I actually don't notice the Achilles because I'm too tunneled on the T-126. I don't notice the Achilles until he fires. And I start looking for him, and I still can't see him because I think actually what was happening here is I couldn't see over the fire of the M4A3105 right there. We still get him. Also, I believe it's because it was a little bit harder to see because the fire was a lot more intense. I've noticed replays have, see, there it goes. It did it again. I've noticed that, that it diminishes the effects of some of the games. effects and whatnot, like it diminishes like explosions and whatnot. I have no idea why. Chiha long gun, very big threat. No idea what shot me, by the way. My coax machine gun is actually, I do believe, destroyed. Oh, that's an M8. You know, that was kind of lucky, I feel, to hit him in the ammo like that. I know there's an M4A3 floating around somewhere, or something American of the sort, and also something Russian, because I'm hitting tab at this point, looking at what all's on my team, and what could possibly have these engine sounds. Also, that is 6 kills, by the way. Speaking of, I just want to take a moment to point out that the APHE BC shell that this vehicle gets is very solid. Oh yeah, didn't notice this guy right away, by the way, until he started backing up. Very lucky that he was basically down to just just 3 crew, and I killed 2 of them. But this shell, not half bad. I also forgot to mention 2 things. One, this is battle mode, so there's only 2 caps. Both of them are owned by the teams. And also, M3 Lee. I should have pushed up over here and taken him instead of worrying about this T50. Because I'm going to miss the M3 Lee. And yeah, and also I'm going to make another mistake here, and I get very lucky for it. Also, that's 7 kills on the... Whoop, oh no. Either way, I'm dead. Unless I'm not. Either shot me with high explosive and didn't pen, or he shot my side armor with heat and it non-penned. Either way, he non-penned somehow. Well, no, I think he shot my drivers. Now that I think about it, looking at the little tank dolly right here at the bottom, it looks like he shot my driver's viewport. Oh, there it is. There's the Russian thing I was hearing. But I'm always hitting tab at this point. Constantly hitting tab. Checking the enemy team with spawns and seeing how many of them are left. Checking my own teammates, seeing what they're in, and comparing what engine sounds I'm hearing to maybe possible teammates that have those engine sounds. And also taking a look at who all's left on my team. There's a lot of things that you would want to hit tab for, which if tab is different, which just for those of you unaware, I can't speak, apparently I'm illiterate, but for those of you unaware, tab, or at least for me, and I do believe it's the default key binding anyway, brings up the player statistics, or not the player statistics, but the statistics of each team. So you'll see everything about everybody in that match, how many kills they have, zone caps, etc., etc., and how many of them are left. You can tell how many of them are left by whether or not there's a parachute icon next to their name, or there's a white crewman next to their name. White crewman means they're out, and a parachute means they either haven't respawned or they just haven't left. Usually it's a little difficult to tell, sometimes with the blue parachute icon, because they could just be sitting there watching and waiting to make a move. But yeah, not bad. Also, the T-34, this T-34 is at a battle rating of 3.7. So I could see 4.7s, which is a bit... And there's the replay bug again, by the way. Didn't even look like I shot where I was aiming. It's a Cromwell 5, so I'm having a hard time killing this guy. This is a very lucky shot. Very, very lucky. But, also, no idea what this guy was expecting to happen. He should have died here, by the way, but his driver eats everything for the most part. Nobody else in the entire tank, and I probably could have just pushed out and taken the shot, but I decided, here, let's be cheeky. I know the M10's there now. Oh, it's not even showing my shell anymore. Gosh, how many kills is that? Oh yeah, there's also the bug is back because there is also another bug because there was so much smoke over here from artillery, I could not see it. So, yeah. And there's another sound bug. So, Yeah. There's the M10. Let's see. That was the M10 and the Su-76. That's two. So that's 13 total. 13 kills at this point. Not bad. See, there it is what I'm talking about as well. Another Cromwell. That was also a lucky turret shot. But yeah. Also, that's 14. Honestly, not a bad game for me. This is already better than most of my games. And I'm not seal clubbing intentionally. I'm actually just trying to grind out the Finnish tech tree line, as well as grind out the rest of my Swedish tech tree, because I've not touched it really, even though I really wanted to get throughout that line. Also, a lot of aircraft in the air. All I wanted to do was decap Alpha, because there's no need to sit on it, because that's just asking to get bombed, which is exactly what just happened to my other two friendlies. It's not going to decap any faster, I believe, because I've never noticed any difference in speed. So, all I'm doing right now is sitting near their objective, preventing them from recapturing it. The whole thing that I really hate about how people play battle mode is they play it way too offensively. There needs to be more defensive plays. Also, here's another mistake that I'm going to make. I could have died there if these guys were paying attention, but I should have taken the Cromwell to instead of taking the T-28, because I probably could have saved the STRV right there. Thankfully, there's another Panzer IV F2. There's a Panzer IV F2 that takes the shot and gets the kill. Also, that's 15 kills. But I'm just defending stuff. I'm defending their objective from and preventing them from getting back to it and capturing it. As well as something that I like to do quite often, if we're losing, I will defend my own cap instead of trying to push to theirs. Because it's better to sit in an ambush position and protect your own cap, rather than try to brave the storm and avoid dying by people who are pushing your cap. Or while you're trying to push their cap. I heard this gas truck. Don't know what he was doing. I got nothing, guys. I'm sorry. I really don't know what he was doing. He may be a new player. Annoying plane as usual. And he crashes anyway. Again, hitting tab, checking all this information. The only reason I know I'm hitting tab at this point is actually it's a guess, really. This is going to be very unlucky and very unbelievable at the same time. Unlucky I missed the BT. Unbelievable that I shot a gas truck and did no damage to him whatsoever. Yeah, not smart there, buddy. I do believe that's 17 kills. Could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Because I missed the other kills on the other vehicles. Actually, that might be 16. It's either 16 or 17. I am so sorry. I said I needed to pay attention to this stuff, but I wasn't paying attention. Again, remember, this is actually not me. So, it's just a replay bug. I don't know why it does it. And the reason I came over here was because I thought the gas truck was going to try to go around and try to make it to our base, or our cap, because right now nobody is nearby our cap. Granted, it doesn't matter, because we're capping their objective already, but all it would take is one bomb or a couple of vehicles to push through, kill the guys that are capturing Alpha, and then all they'd have to do is just hold off until we go back and defend our cap. Because he might still beat us, because some of us would have to deal with the oncoming onslaught. blinded by the ACAA, taking him out. I do believe that's 18. Now that I think about it, because I think this is my last shot that I get. I was aiming for the MG port, as you usually should for on a Sherman, especially a heavy armored Sherman, but I didn't need to anyway because it still went through the frontal armor. The game is practically over at this point. And to be fair, or rather to some extent, oh, excuse me, we are spawn camping them for the most part, but we're trying to sit in a position where they just can't get back and get us and push to their cap. Obviously, I didn't know he was there because, by the way, for those of you unaware, this is a ground realistic battle, so I can't see any markers for these vehicles. I should have waited on this shot because if I would have waited, I would have had the shot and I would have killed him here. Or I would have killed him before the match ended. That would have been 20 kills. Speaking of, so 19 ground targets, 1 assist, 1 zone cap, and for all this, 76k Lions, 9700 RP, and that put me very comfortably on the top of the leaderboard. Now, obviously, once you get beyond 9 kills, there's no bonus. Like here, you get 3 kills, you get the green bonus. 6 kills, you get the blue one, and then 9 kills, you get the, I guess, orange one. It looks orange red to me, or reddish orange rather. Regardless, 9 kills and above is this. Obviously, it's 6 kills to 9 kills for the blue one, and 3 kills to 6 kills. But neither here nor there. Not a bad game overall. Obviously, at this BR, there are a lot of new players still learning the game, and there are also other players who are trying to grind out the other tech trees and whatnot, who may also be struggling. So, if you saw somebody making a mistake that was really dumb, you know, do keep in mind they're probably either new or they're probably trying to grind out a new vehicle and or tech tree. Or actually, it probably won't just be and or tech tree. It's probably just be tech tree. Well, no, that's not true. Because you don't have to grind out a new vehicle if it's premium. Because it's already, well, maxed out. Also, I know I made a bunch of mistakes. I could have done better. I probably could have gotten a little bit more than 19 kills. But that's honestly my new best game. That probably would have been a nuke and then some. Like that was almost 2 nukes, I believe. I checked at one point, or at the end. I do believe that was almost 2 nukes. Obviously, or at least for those unaware, if you get 2,500 spawn points, and you get spawn points by getting kills, getting assists, caps, etc., and just overall participation in the battle, obviously some things do more than others. You get to spawn a nuke, but you can only do this at the battle rating at a battle rating of 6.7 and above. So this was a 3.727 game, or a 2.7 to 3.7 BR game. So there was no option to spawn a nuke. Otherwise, I would have ended it a long time ago. I would not have allowed that game to go on for as long as it did, because I would have dropped a nuke. Well, I would have tried to, because, you know, they still have fighters that they can spawn. Because there is a nuke alarm that goes off. And I have seen some people successfully shoot down the bomber that's carrying the nuke, and it has caused that other team to win. Doesn't always work like that, but still. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys liked the video, drop a like down below. Or rather, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment down below for more. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. I'm Trace-M3 GTR, and as always, stay cool, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.